Okay, Terry, any questions? Questions for Terry? Boy, this is pretty easy. Yeah, I know, there should be a question, I think. Go ahead.
Well, poor guy.
Under salaries and wages.
Yeah.
That's the one. You're obviously not getting paid enough. That's 50, as of September 30, it's 57,000, we budget 143,000, it's not even half.
Oh, thanks a lot there, Terry, for.
Donate your time.
That's pretty good.
There's still allocations to do yet, on the 2013 stuff. And the difference primarily is, we have the 40,184 grant for source water, and we're gonna need work to do with that, so we, are filtered that between advertising and salaries and agency benefits there.
Is that 2013?
No, 2013, so.
Yeah, I think that's Terry, you're saying Terry's only
We
57.
budgeted 142,000 for salary and wages,
Or
and we
57.
paid 57.
Yeah, we still have, some of our staff in the office, we still reallocate them, and kind of take a step back, like, they're not filling out time sheets, so they may go, all our payroll program, so we're frustrated, but it has to go to one department, so that at the end of the year, we go, okay, well, so-and-so at the front, whether it was, Nadine or Stacy or whatever, or they spent roughly quarter of their time on building, so it's quarter of their salary there, and some water and sewer, so the September figures don't reflect that.
Well, that's actually a different section. That section is the 65,000 I pay out every year. I think a portion of it is just a misallocation on these sheets. If you look at wages for inspector, it's budgeted for 0 and
You got 28,000 in there.
yeah, last year we consolidated all the wages into one category, and I think it's just being slotted in the wrong spot.
That would make a big difference. So you're pretty close to halfway, just over halfway there.
Paint once a year.
Apparently, I should check my pay stubs.
I was just wondering if some of that is because we've been, with Tim being contracted out, we're gonna save any on salaries?
It should be in here as other revenue, which it's not showing up as very much.
No.
But that's, yeah, it is gonna help.
Yeah, it shows somewhere
West
administrative.
Grade, CBO agreement,
Yeah.
Wellington North, West Grade, there's nothing there for West Perth, but has that not been billed yet? or-
It has been built, I think it's under other revenue. That's
Okay.
where it's slotted.
That's where he had the majority of his time, right?
Well, he's just in West Perth.
Yeah, just in
Yeah,
one.
and well, as well as here. But, yeah, the Wellington North and West Grade agreements are kind of stale. I
Yeah,
haven't
they
done
just
anything
done
over
that for
years.
years. All right. I know, the reason I was talking about it, and I point that very, but I'm just saying, at the front page, just maybe explain a little bit of what we're doing there, because there is some grant money available for some of the source water, so maybe if you could maybe do an explanation on that.
Yeah, basically a portion of Stacy's salary as well as mine is going to be used from that, or is going to be paid from that grant that we received. So that's going to offset salary costs and
That's Rick's pacemaker.
okay.
Front pocket.
Other than that, that's pretty much where that, yeah, that 40,000 is going, as well as to some education. Maybe.
Yeah, okay. Any other questions?
You're okay.
Some of this is going to be neutral. How does that?
Well, the budgeted 138, that is what would come from the tax levy. The building permit fees is obviously taken out of what the total expenses are, or the total budget department, or well, the department's budget. So the total, yeah, is 336, and then you take 198 of that from revenue streams.
Okay.
And that's where the 138 comes from.
Okay, good. That's where the neutral comes from.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, no,
supposed to cover your wages.
Well, I can only cover portions of wages derived from building-related expenses.
Right.
So I can't pay for bylaw enforcement out of the building permit fee.
But your salary part from the building.
Yeah, my
And
building.
that's where it's from.
Yeah, so basically, and I am planning on reviewing the fees this winter just to see kind of where we're at. Just to make sure I stay right on that.
So can you give a whole bunch of tickets so you can get your revenue neutral?
I could do that.
Watch everybody get a lot of home on it.
Yeah, you guys will be getting a lot of home bills.
Yeah, that's right.
Terry?
The very last entry, planning and zoning share of pay.
Yep.
Budgeted 65,000, nothing paid out, and we budgeted 65,000 again next year.
That always comes in right at the end of the year. That is, the building department actually has to pay rent to the town as part of justifying my building permit fees. So I pay rent, I pay hydro, I pay a portion of a lot of salaries around here, like obviously just the portion that's allocated to, or what I use them for. And that we calculated that out to be about 65,000 a year.
Like, Bill 124, you remember that came in a few years ago, so we take a bit of that allocation of all the costs. And try and, which is internal, so, the management costs $65,000.
So that's similar to sewer and water, being part of councilors' wages or.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all the same.
And as Terry said, she's gotta try and constantly keep the buildings, kind of running two departments, the building permit service and everything else. Depending on that.
Very good. Thank you. Economic development.
Yeah.
Mandy, this is probably the most important one out of the whole bunch, what do you think, Mandy?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Consider.
Yeah, so, yeah, so the, Nate,
It's the cover sheet that,
are you in and you've got the post there?
Yeah.
So,
I gotta take that out.
there might be more new initiatives compared to some of the others.
Make sure that, everyone has something to do.
Media.
Yeah.
Questions? And then last but not least, tourism.
What are you looking at in this one?
Tourism.
Last one.
Might have administration.
Well,
Yeah.
administration is called, but department needs to do administration.
Oh, we got it.
Yeah, that's our first, there's the plowing grants initiative and our operating grants. We've got some ideas of improving the trade, so. This is done.
Now, the year-to-date actual is pretty small on this one. Every
Yeah, again,
allocation, that's what I thought, okay.
Yeah, because we only have the one person who's done what they got there.
Yeah, so we have to allocate from, okay, right, so that'll come in, you think that's gonna come in right on? Pretty close.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. And this is like the support of the, so we bring in all the different marketing initiatives, some that we do on our own, some for, I guess the bigger conferences here for signing. Yes.
I just want to make a comment, on behalf of Andy and Rick and the group of economic development. This is a difficult group to show really what value and what assets they bring to our community. So it's like a marketing you don't send a donor out and get $5 back, but in fact you do, because of what happens with the community, what happens in the awards we get, and
Right.
and the value we get, what they do to the stores, and how we generate people to do things in our community, and how we generate people to come to our community and stuff like that. I just can't, I can't say enough for what economic development has been since they've gone through the department for that.
In 2013, we're seeing a lot of real estate activity, but a lot of that work, that's been like 3 or 4 years in development. And as you say, it's really hard to draw that A to B comparison, but it is there.
And people think it's just that industry you might bring in, that business you might bring in town, but it's a little bit of everything. It's a business that you generate for the people that are always here and for our general population of our community. And I think economic development group should be commended for what they do for our community. I think it's phenomenal.
I just thank you for that, Ron. We've got a good staff, pretty much everybody's involved in economic development, as well as council here being very proactive and supportive. Thank you, so thank you, Ron, and thanks to the staff and council for supporting us in the economic development.
Community engagement.
Yeah, and yeah, I'd like to add the fact that it's hard, and I think a few years ago, I think not last year, the year before, Linda did do the booklet from the downtown revitalization, which actually showed the growth and how many jobs and whatnot. And I think I've always told the group in economic development, both here and at the county level, it's a hard one to get your handle around, because you don't see those successes, except for the fact that when you do get the commercial and industrial, it really helps us all, because that helps our residential base if we continue to have that growth in commercial and industrial. Not only do we get more people coming to town working, but our taxation works better. And the other thing that I think that you have to say is we have a great supporting cast in our economic development committee. We have a lot of people from the community now. We've got all sectors looked after. The downtown revitalization committees, and I give this council a lot of credit for the fact that they've put money into that budget for them. But I'll tell you, they leverage it to no end. That 5,000 we give them, they leverage it out with their volunteer hours. You can never do that. And I think you're right, Councillor Elliott and Councillor Henley, and it's a total team effort. And I appreciate the support of the council on this too. Okay. That's it. Capital.
Mayor Bridge, just to summarize then, we're still where we are on the summary sheet on page 7 of your report, the revised one. We're 128,294 additional revenues, so just over a little bit. That's entered down 3%. Budget to budget. That's our budget only, and nobody else's, so we have capital to add in there as more actuals come in, and we'll look at where and make sure we're accurate. If there's increases, we'll bring them forward to you. If there's decreases, we'll bring them forward to you. Those will be at your next meeting, which is January 23rd, 1:30 here.
Yep.
It's a Thursday.
Correct.
Any final comments, Greg?
Well, just thank you very much. Honestly, I was great. I
Well done.
figured that question, I didn't realize that we're in that great a shape. That's super. Super.
Okay. I think I got this right down here. Moved by Councillor Faulkner, second by Councillor Chris, the committee of the whole convenes the town of Minto Council. All in favor? Carried. Moved by Councillor Henley, second by Councillor Faulkner, that the council of the town of Minto adjourn to meet again at the following. All in favor? Thank you very much.
It's the 3rd, it'll be Thursday.
What's that?
Pressure.
Thank you, Rob. No,
No, not yet.